Welcome to Sovereign Tarot, where you reclaim your power and learn to trust your highest self. So we're going to start with, today is Pisces and Aquarius. So this is a reading for Aquarius. My Aquarians out there, I am a Aquarius rising. So this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aquarius. And we're going to start with A Course in Miracles, Lesson 1 in A Course in Miracles, because this is also a way to uncover our highest self. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place means anything. So now just slowly look around you and at things and say, those candles do not mean anything. That cup does not mean anything. Whatever you see, and it could be even a person or an animal, those ones are a little bit harder, but just practice applying that for like a minute. Don't worry if you're not getting it yet. It will slowly, gradually enter you, and you'll start to uncover your highest self. Okay, so then we're going to do a reading from the Divine Beloved, just to set like a little prayer for this reading. Ooh, intuition. God finds a way. So we only got one card, which is okay. My Pisces reading got like 4 or 5. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who can offer all major decisions to you. Let me trust you're always guiding me in the right directions. May I always remember that if something is meant to be, out of no way, God finds a way. And there is a tiger. Intuition. God finds a way. So you don't need to worry. All right. So I do want to do an archetypal reading, just to get what are the archetypes that we're working with, if that wants to come out. These might be old stories that we're letting go of or bringing out into the light and creating a new story with these ideas or these archetypes or big patterns. Okay. We got Poet. I will be getting a new camera so you can see the cards that I'm laying down, but right now I don't have that. And that is also a lesson to you that whatever you don't have right now, just move forward with what you do have. The light attribute is expresses soul insights in symbolic language. And the shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift to a negative or destructive effect. Okay. So the poet expresses the soul through language. And if the shadow attribute is in effect for you, just be careful of how you're using your voice. The servant, light attribute. So with this really goes together with the intuition. Let me trust that you're always guiding me in the right directions. You're being a servant to your higher self. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart is the light attribute. And the shadow attribute is using the lack of money as an excuse to not move forward with life. Okay. Interesting. Just thinking how that applies to myself. Okay, what do you want to do next? Okay, I want to get one from the Fairy Tale Heroine Oracle. This is a new deck, so I'm going to read from it because I don't know this one as well as some of my other decks. Oh, that's way too many. I think that's way too many, but let's see how many we got. Okay, we got food. We got kiss. Seed. And key. Okay, so we're gonna have to get this story here. Food, kiss, seed, and key. And how these all go together. The intuition, poet, servant, food, kiss, seed, and key. So food is a tool. When entering the domain of fairies or descending into the underworld, it's important not to eat the food that's offered to you there. Food in fairy tales can act as an anchor. It grounds you and so binds your body to the place where you are, the place where the food comes from. If that's a place where you really don't want to remain, eating it is not a good idea. The food you ingest will trap you there, just like the poisoned apple in Snow White. Then the food that's offered to you by a stranger might be dangerous. What we choose to ingest has power, and so it's important to choose the power that we take in with care and wisdom. Okay, so this is being mindful of what you're ingesting and how it might be keeping you stuck in a lower timeline and not your highest timeline. What are you hungering for right now? What is it that you really hunger for? Will it nourish you or consume you? I know for me, when I was getting into a place of just like I was looking for love, but I couldn't get enough sugar. And I realized it, and I was like, there's something wrong here because I really just can't get enough sugar. What is it that I really am looking for? And it was love. Hunger is common in fairy tales, but we should always be aware of its consequences. As with the mother in Rapunzel, who craves a leafy green plant that grows in a witch's garden, an insatiable hunger, one that blinds you to all else and overcomes your reason, can cast a spell that allows others to have power over you. And so, in return for assuaging her hunger, the witch takes the mother's firstborn child. So how is your hunger letting others have power over you? Okay, let's look at the kiss. Show you the food one too. What is feeding you? So I like to have a lot of silence in my videos because that's where your spirit, God, your higher self can talk to you. I give you these key cards that are like prompts basically, and then you get your own guidance if you listen. Okay, kiss. In some versions of the Sleeping Beauty, the enchanted princess is awoken from her 100-year-long sleep by a kiss. A kiss, then, is a tool of awakening. It lifts us out of our stagnant everyday and launches us into a strange new world that's brimming with possibility. An awakening, though, is more than just arousing from sleep, the interruption of a dream. An awakening is the moment when we first begin to understand something or to feel something. It's the process of that something slowly emerging into our awareness, then expanding and intensifying, causing us to see the world in a different way. Such an awakening can be the most significant moment of our life, changing our perspective on the world and our place in it. What dream are you awakening from, and into what new world are you emerging? Okay, so you may be going through an awakening, and awakenings are rough. They are rough. A lot of times we have to look at things that we don't want to see. But I can tell you on the other side of the awakening is everything that you wanted. Everything that your heart truly desired. Okay, seed. In fairy tales, a seed symbolizes a possibility that can be planted and nurtured, something that can grow from a situation and flourish no matter how perilous or insuperable that situation might seem. Seeds, then, are about incubation, but the right conditions must exist for the seed to germinate. The germination of a seed is a metaphor for soul work, the work that we all must do to grow into wholeness. It takes place in the long dark out of which everything is born, deep in the underworld, where the seed will burst out of its hard coat before emerging above ground in spring. But a germinated seed must be tended. It must be nourished and cared for if it's to grow to its full potential, if it is to flower and fruit and ripen. Seeds frequently appear in fairy tales sorting tasks, and so they also represent discernment. What is it exactly that should grow from this situation? What exactly will you sow, and what will you reap from it? What's incubating in you right now, and does it have the right conditions to grow? When it emerges, how will you help it to flourish? Okay, so if we want the seed to grow, we need to nourish it with the proper food. We need to look at what we're feeding it. We need to be able to look at what we need to be able to awaken to some truths. Okay, and then we have key. In fairy tales, a key will unlock the door to a new life or to danger. But it will also unlock a mystery because above all, a key represents everything that we don't yet know. In this sense, it also represents possibility. To find a key is to find hope, the chance of a door that will help you to find your way out of a difficult predicament. In the little-known Breton fairy tale, The Grouch of the Well, an old witch offers shelter in her cave to a young girl who needs a place of safety and respite. The girl is presented with two keys, one made of gold, the other of stone. The stone key provides access from outside, transitioning the girl from her everyday upper world reality and down into the depths of the otherworldly cave. The gold key opens the cave from the inside so that the girl might find her way out into sunlight. In this way, it unlocks the portal into an adult world and eventually to the friendship of the young man she'll marry. The gold key then unlocks the inner door of her adult life and sets her free. What key are you holding right now, and what does that door that it will unlock lead to? What does the door... Okay, so we are waking up to our own story, to writing our own story, letting go of the stories of our past, of our parents, of our ancestors, and really, like, so recognizing that we've been in their story. And we don't need to be in their story anymore. We can write our own story. We can create our own future and create our own life. But we have to take that key and choose that. And it's, you know, sometimes means letting go of something. Letting go of something that we don't want to let go of. That's what it meant for me. I had to let go of my 25-year marriage and my career as a marriage and family therapist. I did not want to let go of my marriage. I did want to let go of my career. But what I was looking for, I couldn't find there. And once I realized that and I woke up to that, I had to make a really hard decision. And I picked the key to a new life. It required an incredible amount of courage, and I don't know how I got through the last year. It was rough. But I did, and I'm in a much better place now. I'm happier, I'm freer, I'm more relaxed, I'm at peace. I am about to experience the most joyful year of my life. And I know that because I'm stepping into my truth. Okay, so we're going to do the Light Seers Tarot. Let's get more information about this journey that we're on. What else do we need to see in order to make the decision to step into our highest good? And bring that to the world. Because your choice is going to affect the world. It's going to affect you, and it's going to affect the world. No pressure, but the world needs you right now. It needs you in your highest alignment, your highest good. Oh, so we're going to do a Celtic cross, a traditional Celtic cross reading, so we get a lot of good information. Ooh, you got the Ace of Wands as your first card. And the Pisces got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Wands, fire, passion. Crossed by the Eight of Cups, so you are being called to leave something behind. And underneath that, the Five of Cups. What is it that you're going to take with you, and what is it that you're going to leave behind? And behind was the Page of Wands, so you may have been learning a new skill. And it looks like you might be beginning a new career or a new endeavor. Okay, you have the Emperor above you. So the Emperor is influencing this situation. You want to take charge. The Seven of Cups. But you're a little bit unsure about what to do, or maybe what your first step might be. or things are unclear, maybe because there's things that you need to leave behind and look at and leave behind, and you don't want to do that. Then you have the Three of Cups. It's upside down. It seems like you're going to be meeting people, like-minded people like yourself. And then the Queen of Pentacles. It's also upside down. Taking charge of your money and your resources. Ooh, you got the Nine of Cups. Ultimate happiness and joy. Yes, joy. That's what I'm talking about. Then we got another extra card, which is the Two of Cups. And that one is upside down. Okay. Yes. So, I think we did that whole reading, but we can go through a little bit more thoroughly. Okay, so you have this new endeavor, but you have to leave something behind. And you probably know what that is. It has to do with this awakening. What is awakening in you? You have been developing this gift, some new skill or gift. Because that's in the past. Oh, I forgot a card. Maybe that's why. The Seven of Cups is right in front of you. That's kind of what you're deciding. So we didn't get an extra card. And so I'm turning them right side up. You're wanting to enter this sisterhood or this unity. You're wanting to you're wanting to unite with something, with a greater cause, and to take hold of your finances and to not use that as an excuse to move forward with your life. And it has to do with your voice and expressing your soul symbolically and listening to your intuition. Okay. And the Nine of Cups is what you're looking to experience more of. But you can't choose that over that's like, I think, immediate gratification. You don't want to choose that immediate gratification over the long-term movement towards your goal. So you have some decisions to be made, but there's like a lack of clarity there, and it might be because you need to let some things go that are interfering with your ability to see clearly. We can get more information about that too if you want. And then the Two of Cups is you uniting with this, but it was upside down, so there might be some hesitancy there. Let's see if we can get more information about the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving in balance. This is upside down, so it might not be in balance. Maybe you're not receiving as much as you're giving. And then the Page of Cups. Maybe this maybe it's not a mature love that you're choosing, and this goes along with the kids. There's a lack of maturity in your relationship, and that needs to be looked at. Can this be rebalanced? Maybe by, can this be rebalanced, or do you have to let it go? Or do you have to let go of an idea of how you are in relationship? Just for an example, this morning I was talking to my boyfriend about how we are moving forward, and that was going to change. In my last relationship, I moved forward by myself. Like I did a lot by myself, and it was very out of balance. So I said to him, and I know he did that too, I said, in moving forward together, we have to move together more. We do have to be able to be our own individual, unique selves, and we want to move forward together. So how can we do that? How can we work together to achieve our goals? And I realized I needed to find balance in that, because I would get I would get very much into my own thing, and then I would just lose sight of the relationship. So I woke up at 4 a.m. thinking that, oh my God, did I lose sight of the relationship? And just recognizing that I needed to find that balance and just stay in the present moment, so I can find that balance, to move more slowly so I can find that balance. So maybe you need to move more slowly so you can find that balance between loving yourself, choosing yourself, and being in relationship, being in union. Okay, and so I just want to get one last card from the Wisdom of the Oracle to help us really kind of step in the right direction. Hopefully that gave you enough clarity. A leg up. Ooh, you're gonna get a leg up. That's awesome. 34, which is a 7, which is a spiritual number. Okay. So if you like this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting this new endeavor myself, and so it will be less bumpy as I get going, more clear. I'll be more clear, more confident, and I believe, but it's good enough. I'm good enough right where I am, and you are good enough right where you are. Okay. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come to a point where life going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with, who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. That was just what I was talking about. Now is such a time. Okay, so I'm going to read you the relationship message, because that might be relevant to you. Relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask them for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. And then for the prosperity message, now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go, to help you get there too. If you do, you will receive your good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all yourself anymore. Okay, so that might be what you need to let go of, is thinking that you can do it all by yourself. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so you can take the steps toward your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time, so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. So I was saying that the other day too, because in my last relationship, I would just fill in the blanks where everything, where nobody was, because I thought, oh my God, nobody else is going to show up here, so I need to. And then I didn't really get what I wanted. I didn't even know what I wanted because I was just busy filling in the blanks for everybody else. So now I know I've on my journey, I really have become clear on what I want, and I put that first. And I don't fill in the blanks anymore for other people. I say, okay, that's not something that I want to do. So I need to find somebody who can help me in that area, because this is what I'm going to need for this project. So what do you think you might need for your project that you don't want to do? You can find other people that will help you out there. You have a support team. Okay, I hope that helps, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. And tell me what is unique about this. I mean, I have some ideas, but I would like to hear what you think.